What's up, guys? Let me see. We have a Bungles fan joining the live stream. So good. What's up, Marcus? What's up, Javon? What up, Cincy Bengals fan? And you know what? It's okay, man. It's okay. I enjoy having, another opposite teams fan in the stream. And Raven 76 B more. What up, man? Thanks for joining the live stream. Okay, guys. Preseason 1 is here. It's here. Dude, I'm so excited. A couple of you guys have been hitting me through Facebook, which it was, it's interesting because usually people don't use my Facebook page. So appreciate for the ones that have reached out to me through Facebook. Usually it's more IG is actually where I get most of you guys DMs and Twitter. So I appreciate it. News Fantasy League was full. I got another person that wanted to come to the Fantasy League. So I added 2 spots. So he filled one. So if anybody wants one, wants the other one, let me know. So it's gonna end up being a 12-team league. Let me open here something so we can have it set up for later for when I open phone calls. There we go. That should be fine. Okay. What up, Craven? What up, Jake Will? Josh Abrams. Yes, we're gonna talk about Alex Lewis. Somebody else from Bengals get hurt or arrested. I don't know about today, man, but that they're due. They are due. Let me mute this bad boy. Okay, so I was saying, anyway, so thank you for the ones that have reached out to me. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love. What else, Sean Henderson? Also, as you saw, Nubo put the announcement that we're gonna be streaming. Well, his channel basically looks like he's gonna move. That's more his channel, guys. It's gonna be moved to Sports Trek, I think it is. So congratulations to my buddy. I think we're gonna be doing the NF podcast over there, which is all fine. We're also gonna try to do that. So me and Nu have been talking about doing an hour, like a preview of the game, like an actual game time, maybe 11:55 to 12:55, like an hour before the game, before kickoff. Talk about the game, blah blah blah. So I think that's gonna be done in that website too. I think Noobs is gonna be talking a little bit more about that. If not in a current video, in the future, very soon, he's gonna make a video how all that's gonna work. In my case, I'm gonna still be here on YouTube. Like I said, that's more Nooble's channel. So I want to make sure you guys know the difference. Also, so one of the announcements, I'm gonna be saying this throughout the live stream because I know a lot of you come in and out, but I don't know if you guys saw it last year when the Ravens sadly got eliminated against the Chargers. I put up a video from a couple fans saying thank you for the Ravens, right? That takes a long time. As editing, just compiling all that, it does take a long time. So saying that, I wanted to do the same thing this year, but instead of thank you for the season, it would be more good luck for the season, the upcoming season. So my announcement was more okay, so if you want to be part of, you're gonna be on a YouTube video on YouTube on my channel, saying to the Ravens, say thank you. Last year I reached out to the organization, I sent it to their media people. They make sure the players saw it. A couple of players retweeted it, liked the video. So if you want to be part of that, let me know. What I require is short video, 2 or 3 minutes. This is not to mention SCG Sports at all or Sunny. This is not a video for me. I'm not trying to get free advertisement or none of that. This video is more for you. I usually try to put everybody's Twitter handle if you have one. If not, that's fine. You just say your name, and what you just wishing them good luck. What do you expect? very quick video, okay? Because if a lot of you, let's say 10 people send me a video and it's a 2-minute video per person, it's 20 minutes right there. I don't want to make it overwhelming, so short video, 30 seconds to a minute is what I prefer. Whoever's down. Again, this is not obviously not mandatory or anything, but you can send it to me preferably on my email, scg.sports@gmail.com. I'll put it here very quickly. Put it here, cg.sports@gmail.com, and that was badly done here. Okay, so like I said, it's like I'm gonna keep throwing this throughout the video, so it's important for you guys, to know. Let me see what is up here. Harry, if I didn't say what up, thank you for joining the live stream. Craven, Josh, yes. So that's gonna be my segue. Sean, what up, man? Ty Plume Relo, Harrison Andrews gonna be Lamar's top 2 target this year. I agree. We're gonna talk about that fairly soon. Wait, what happened here? Love the background, Sunny. Oh, appreciate it, Marcus, and I appreciate Maven76. Yeah, for those of you guys that don't know much about me, I am an engineer, and I'm very, I like for the stream to look fairly good. I don't have a whole lot of money right now, but I try to make sure it looks good audio-wise, video-wise for you guys. So I love feedback. So anytime you have feedback for me, bring it. Some people had done it through Reddit, again, and the rest, right? Any social media feedback as well, appreciate it. Anytime you guys want me to talk about anything specifically, you let me know. Anything on audio, video quality, you let me know, and I try for the most part to make sure it looks good. Anyway, so let me see here. What up, bro? It's Jaylen's Mick. That's not Matt Barber. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for joining the live stream. Okay, so let's talk about the Jaguars and not the Jaguars. The preseason one. Preseason 1 is upon us, and I'm super excited, guys. I don't remember. It feels like this year for some reason I haven't even, maybe because I had the channel, but I have been even more hyped, and I can't wait. I'm hoping I'm gonna try to go to the game on Thursday. It's not certain right now. I'm watching the weather because I want to take my daughters and my wife, so I'm gonna probably try to be there on Thursday. But I'm excited. So what I seen from the little videos is all Lamar's passes look great. They look great. Oh, wait. We have here Journal. What up, man? No, you're fine, bro. You're fine. Thanks for joining the live stream, Javon B. Yeah, the defense didn't look good. Put Gentry. What up, bro? Josh Abrams. Article I read, they said receiver core, but Willie Sneed, Seth Robert, Scott, and Boykins. Okay, so a couple of things, guys, and this is to be fair for both teams. Everybody, especially in the practice side, is trying a lot of different things. It is trying a lot of different things. Things that I can take away is Lamar's ball is coming out very nice. It's coming very, very nice. And it's coming. You can see the progression, and then this is what I saw. But the videos that they're posting now, you can see that ball coming, like the deep route. They're just beautifully thrown. That pass on Jaleel Scott, they need to work on that chemistry. Jaleel Scott had an opening. Jaleel Scott should have just attempted to jump and high point that ball. And again, I would expect him to try that. And a practice, I gave him a little bit of a pass, but that pass was nice. The pass was neat. The tight ends, dudes. Tight ends are gonna be serious, man. Both of them. I love what I've seen from Hurst. I love what I hear from Hurst, but I really love what I've seen from him. And Andrews is a bully, man. Again, if you're gonna watch the preseason game, I'm not expecting them to play much, but when you're there or if you watch it on TV, look at Andrews. Like if Andrews on the field, And I know they cut, right, because it's not like a burst view. It's more like a watching the quarterback. But try to look up Andrews and see. He doesn't get a lot of separation. All he does is use his body. But like seriously, the guy like pushes and like for those of you that love basketball, he boxes people out, and then it helps Lamar. Also, route running for him is really good. And then for Hayden, this dude is just being quick. He is very quick. So now second topic that because I know the whole Alex Lewis hit. I was at my work. A couple people were hitting me, and I was like, okay, well, we'll see. First thing I can notice is I haven't remembered this many cuts, right? I know Alex Lewis was traded, but I don't remember that many cuts or people being released this early. This tells me Harbaugh is probably not BSing around. So, lastly for me, big bust. Dude couldn't catch the ball consistently, and that's something that is not acceptable for Harbaugh. So being in his second year, he probably lost faith really quickly. And then second, Lewis, a guy that showed a lot of promise for all of us, for the people that have obviously Ravens fan. We remember his rookie year. I remember when he started at left guard for a little bit, and then Stanley went down, and he actually moved to left tackle and played fairly well again as a rookie. And then from there on, second year he played a couple games, mostly injured. Last year, the games that he was there, he was horrible. So between injuries and not looking that sharp, I think Harbaugh was like, nah, I'm not dealing with this. He doesn't want. There's a real battle on left guard, and I don't think Harbaugh wants to take snaps away from Luminor, Powers, to some extent James Hurst, and yeah, mainly those three. So let me see here, because I saw a couple movements in the chat room. Just call me Do2. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. So Brandon Lewis, shout out to you. Thanks for joining. Andrews definitely looks bigger. Oh, he is a big guy. I mean, I thought he was big, and then I saw him in person. I was like, dude is legit. Don Dimelo, what up, bro? Thanks for joining. Here says, what helps Lamar the most is that he's having an advantage against some of the best corners in the league with the Ravens, Jags. That helps Lamar a lot. Andrews is a bruiser, makes others player think twice about. Oh man, yes. Oh yeah. Man. Ty says 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends said we definitely deadly this year. Oh yeah. Sutton, what up, man? Thanks for joining the live stream. Benny's Kitchen, what up, bro? Do you think we'll start? Who do you think we will start at wide receiver? And who will get cut? I'll answer you that question. I'm so excited to see the new Ravens era. This is the first since there exists. I'll be there Thursday. Oh, that's awesome, Nemo. So I'm probably gonna try to be there, like I said, with the wife and the kids. I'm watching the weather because I have little ones. I don't want to take them when it's bad weather. Anyway, so I know the defense. I heard it was struggling, right? Bowser had a pick 6, so that's always good. To be honest, I'm not expecting the defense on a practice to do too crazy against an opponent. At the end of the day, they are still an AFC opponent. It's more you want your technique, you want that hitting not to be against an opponent. The rookies are the ones that probably gonna be overplaying, right? Because they're trying to prove themselves. So obviously Hollywood, I'm not expecting Hollywood to be there Thursday. But Boykins is going to try to ball out against the Jaguars. Again, a rookie. Ferguson, he should be trying to ball out, especially he hasn't had a good camp. And Scott, because Scott, even though he's not a rookie, last year was essentially a red shirt year. Who else? No, and the rest of the rookies. Oh, and Powers, right? So, this is... for me, this joint practice is very good for the O-line. Gelling Jacksonville Jaguars D-line is very powerful, so that's good for them to test. I'm not saying the Ravens are not, but again, you don't want to get tired hitting your own guy. So against the Jaguars, that's a good thing. And then Lamar, I want to see how Lamar's ball. And then for preseason, expect, again, for me, if you need to watch the preseason a little bit different than what regular season is. Preseason, very vanilla. They're going to try a couple different things, but nothing that they want to keep close to them for that week 1, week 2, week 3, or when they play the AFC North. Second, the other thing they want to do is Lamar should run basically minimal. They're going to try to tell Lamar, like, don't get out of the pocket. And if you get out of the pocket, don't scramble or don't run. Just keep looking for the throw. Throw a pick, doesn't matter. This is your time. This is your time for you to test your strength, your arm strength, and see how you can hit the receivers, get that timing right. Again, for me, that Jaleel Scott pass that he didn't caught, I thought it was a great thrown ball. Jaleel Scott against Ramsey. And to be honest, I thought Jaleel Scott did a fairly good job against him. But the timing wasn't completely there, and I felt like Jaleel Scott almost quit a little bit on the route. I think Jaleel Scott was almost expecting that ball to be just like perfect. He had an opening over the shoulder. He should have attempted to make a better play. But again, practice. I'm not trying to kill him too much. So let me see here. I'm so excited to see. Oh wait. Gerald, what up, man? What's up, coach? Thanks for joining the live stream. John B said you think Chris Moore stays on the roster. That goes back to the question about wide receivers. So I'm gonna be talking about that as soon as I finish this comments. Okay, Javen. I'm excited for Wesley. Oh, I'm excited for Wesley. Another dude that you expect that he's gonna play 100 every position. I really believe Chris Moore will be cut. What is the honest opinion of Chris Moore being a starting wide receiver and on our offense? I think Moore will be cut. Anthony Wesley will take Chris Moore's spot. Okay, so let's talk about the receivers. Since Ravens and receivers, right? We love our receivers because we haven't had a good. I won't say a good receiver. We haven't had a consistent like young guy. The closest was Torrey Smith, and he didn't sign with us. So let me say. Seth Roberts keeps balling in camp. On 7-7 was it, or 11-11 drill against Ramsey, he was doing good. I love what I saw for Seth Roberts for both practices. But he has a lot to prove, so I'm expecting him to keep going 100. Him, Boykins, and Hollywood, 3 guys, they're set. There's no if they're gonna make it. No, those 3 are set. Boykins has surprised me how good this dude has been looking. Okay, who's that 4th guy, right? So, wait. 4th guy, Snead. What I'm talking about. Those 4 are set. So then you start looking who's next in that list. If they keep 6, if they keep 7. No. Yeah, Bennett's Kitchen. Yes, Snead is a lock, and Snead has been looking good. So all those 4s are a lock. Okay, so Brandon, I hear you. This is what I think, right? So we have those 4. My next guy there will be Jaleel Scott. That's my 5th. 2nd-year guy. They're gonna demand for him to do special teams. And if he is he has the body to be a decent special teamer. Just can he learn the technique and all that? Hopefully that should be good. He's not perfect, but you see progression. Tall guy, lengthy guy, athletic guy. That's my 5th. 6th, I'm going with Wesley. Wesley, another guy that you expect him to contribute on special teams. And what I saw for him, he was making plays. Cash, 50-50 cash. To be honest, if you tell me, Sonny, who will be that 7th guy, I take Floyd right now. From what I saw from camp, from what I'm listening to the pundits, but Floyd has looked way better. Okay, Coach, thanks for joining, man, and good luck in the practice tomorrow, man. So Floyd has looked better than Moore. Moore will make a catch here or there, and then like when I saw Floyd, he was more consistently making catches versus Moore is like random good play, and then a couple plays here, like, what is this dude doing? So, yes, special teams is big. Special teams is big for Harbaugh. Now you have Bethel, potentially can take Chris Moore's position. Even Marshall potentially can take Chris Moore's position. So there's two players that can potentially take Chris Moore's position. You would think Averett is probably going to play special teams. I think Kennedy probably makes his team. Another guy that can play special teams. So Moore, being in his last year, he needs to show, in my book, more than the rookies. Right? He needs to show more than Wesley and more than Jaleel Scott. I haven't seen it. And then if they keep that 7th wide receiver, that's where Moore can probably leak in because of the special teams contribution. But to be honest, if he's cut, it would have surprised me. I've been saying this since a good couple of months. I thought coming into camp he was starting wide receiver 1 or 2, and the outside, he started outside receiver, and it was his job to lose. And what I'm seeing is he's doing his best job to lose it. That's what I feel. So, let me see here. Moore won't be cut. That's so. Snead isn't a lock, I believe. Oh no, I believe Snead is a lock, and Snead also has been looking super solid. It's not about is he a lock or not. He is a lock, and he's been looking solid. You think Willie Snead will be wide receiver number 1, wide receiver consistent throughout the season? I think Snead. We'll see how Lamar really in the season progresses throwing the ball on the outside of the hatches. During the season, that wasn't his favorite areas to go to, and Snead doesn't go to those areas a lot. I think that's why he favors the tight ends. That's why he favors Snead a lot last year. If you see the passes that he got, Snead were a lot to the middle of the field, and same thing for the tight end. So that's what I'm expecting. Hollywood will be used on the outside, Boykins, but I think Lamar is gonna. And if you go to any of the practices, you will see how much Lamar's throwing to the outside of the marks, right? And he is trying, and the balls are coming good. It's not the balls are actually coming good. So let me pause here so I can do the announcement again. I did it early in the podcast. Last year, I did a thank you to the Ravens for a hell of a season, hell of a ride. This year, I'm planning to do the same thing, but as a good luck to the season. This is not a marketing for me. This is not a video that I want. Last year, when a lot of people did that, I tried to cut when they say, hey, thanks for SCG for having me here. No. All I want is basically like do a video saying like, hey, Ravens, good luck to the season. Baltimore's behind you. We love you as a fan, blah, blah, blah. 30 seconds to a minute at most, because if not, if a lot of you just, send me the videos, it's gonna get fairly long. Last year, I made sure the Ravens media guys saw it, and they showed it to the players. A lot of the players retweeted it and say thank you. So it's a cool moment for you to just send a message directly to the players. If you guys want to, my email is in the description or in the about, whatever it is, or you can hit me up on one of the social medias. I can tell you where to send me that video. Second, there's a petition to have a Ed Reed statue. That link is in the description below. Just sign the petition. I did it already. It's it will be awesome if we can have the Ed Reed statue next to the great Baltimore legends for Unitas and Lewis. So okay. So Cyrus Jones. I had thoughts about Cyrus Jones, but let me see here. Snead is a lot. We have a dangerous Baltimore Ravens team. I agree with that. Who do you think will impress most out of Boykins and Hollywood? Okay. I have been saying for the longest time that Boykins, even though Hollywood, everything you hear is like, oh, Hollywood looks fast, blah, blah, blah. And I agree with that. I'm not saying that he doesn't look fast, but Lamar's building their repertoire with Boykins. Second, Boykins is a big frame guy. A guy that, what I'm seeing, is able to adjust to the ball. That helps Lamar when he is in a bind to just go around, throw it near him and let Boykins make that catch. Hollywood, I think it might take a little bit of time, Lamar and him, to just understand each other. I'm not saying that Hollywood will have a bad year, but it will take him a little bit of time. I think Boykins will have just a little bit better of a season in my book than Hollywood. But guys, been saying all that, all we have been seeing is practice. There are a lot of guys, and hopefully Boykins is not one of these, that practice, they kill it in practice, and they cannot put it in the field. Consequently, there are people or players that suck in practice and they're great on the field. So we'll see where they are. Okay. Let me see here. Willie Johnson, shout out to you. Thank you for joining the live stream. Sorry, guys. Imagine four, I guess, or five. Boykins, Scott, Roberts, Hollywood, and Andrews. They can't be covered by any secondary in the NFL. Yes, I imagine even more. I'll take Scott out of there. I'll put Hayden Hurst. And now the Titans can play tight, and one of them can stay blocking, and he can block and release. Meaning, let's say they rush 5, they rush 6. One of the tight ends, whoever has that free rusher, can hold, not hold him, like block him for a little bit, and he can time it. And if he hasn't seen Lamar throw it to any of the receivers, let's assume they cover it perfectly, he can then release, right, and then get a 3 or 4 yard short route, easy completion. If your receivers are scrambling, defense gonna get confused, that can get you to first down. Also, instead of going 5 wide, you go 2 receivers. I will put 2 tights and a running back and shotgun, and then you RPO it, right? You have the repass option, fake it to the running back. That's gonna draw some of the defense, right? And then your tight ends can block for a blocking or for a running play. One can block, one can release. Both can release. Obviously, the receivers have release. You can have one of the receivers running a jet sweep. I mean, I think with this offense is gonna go is for a lot of misdirection. Where is this ball coming? Is it for the running back? Is it for the jet sweep? Is it for the blocking tight ends, or the tight ends that are actually releasing to catch the ball, or is it to the receiver? And after all that I just said, or is it Lamar Jackson running the ball? Right? Is it the running back running? Is it the jet sweep guy? Is it the other receiver? And the jet sweep guy can also just release, right? Are both tight ends blocking? Is one tight end blocking? Are both tight ends releasing? And it's Lamar Jackson running the ball. Look at that. I mean, that's where this team is gonna go. Misdirection. I think that's the main thing. No, wait. Let me see here. Will you expect to have the best performance on Thursday? I'm expecting Boykins to have a big performance. You know what? It all depends how they treat Boykins. If they treat him as a starter, he's not going to have a lot of snaps. And obviously, at that point, he's not going to have a big game. Justice Hill, for the ones that are saying Justice Hill, man, what I saw for him, I want to see more from him. It would be nice if we see. I would say Boykins probably has, not Boykins, Dixon will probably have a better game than Justice Hill, in my opinion. Because Dixon's going to be used a lot more, and he knows. I mean, he's a veteran running back at this point. I think Willie Snead and Lamar had a good chemistry last year. Oh, yeah, Willie Snead and Lamar are great. Run, home run. Yes, AJ Creedon. Yes, sir. So, no, you don't have to. You have to have 11 players. Bennett's Kitchen. I mean, you can go 3 tight ends, a fullback, right? That gives you the 5, 8, 9, and the quarterback 10, and then you have 1 wide receiver. You don't have to have 4 wide receivers. You can play the game however you want to. So, O-line, D-line are the biggest questions. So, Reginald, thanks for joining the live stream. So, The O-line, if you think about the O-line, like if you really think about it, the O-line should be, for the most part, fairly solid. The tackles are, we have young tackles starting. Right guard, even if it's older, Yanda, Beasting, Skura. Harbaugh has a lot of faith in him. He's a smart dude. Sometimes anyway, he's decent. To be honest, he rated higher than our boy Jensen. So that's that. And then left guard is the big question. So one thing I want to see from the Jaguars game is who's playing with the ones and the left guard. Hopefully it's Power. So if it is Powers, I want to see how Powers handles against those big boys that the Jacksonville Jaguars have. Illuminor, how Illuminor also plays. That for me is important. On the D-line, I want to see how Bowser plays. I want to see how Williams plays, Shane Ray, all those. Ferguson, again, for me, every time I saw Ferguson, I haven't been overly impressed. Again, a rookie, guys. I do want to give you the caveat that he is a rookie. So, I will start Ben Powers. That's my hope, Sean. That's my hope. I think Mark Andrews will be our leading receiver, followed by Snead, Hurst, and Boykins. I think Brown will come on strong at the end of the year. I think Brown will take a couple weeks. It's how to utilize it, right? Deep passes, dragger in the middle. For me, a good way to use Brown is if they're gonna stack the box. I actually want Brown to almost come in a little bit, almost in the slot position, maybe with Snead. But I want Brown to just come in and just go through the traffic. There are gonna be plenty of people there to help him pick him up, right? And then on the other side, he pops out 7-yard pass that can convert to a 20-yard pass. Give him his space. As fast as this dude is, that's what I want to see him. Okay, so you really think Hurst will top 3 for us? Sutton. Oh, wait. You really think Hurst will be top 3 for us? So what do you mean, Sutton Def? You talking about Hayden Hurst? Or are you talking about the tackle? I guess I'm not getting the question, so if you can clarify, that would be great. Just don't let the Browns come across the middle of the field. Oh, just don't let Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Because remember, what I'm saying is not necessarily passing in the middle of the field. It's more, if you're stocking the box, players are not used to having all that traffic in the middle, right? Brown will have somebody play him tight. He's really good with his footwork. If he has a quick release and he goes through traffic, do it as fast, pops free on the other side, it's gonna be problematic. No, so I don't think Hayden Hurst is gonna be a top 3 receiver. I just think he's gonna be really good this year. If you tell me who's gonna be our top receivers, I think it's gonna be Mark Andrews, Snead, and third is probably gonna be one of the rookies. Fourth, I think it's gonna be Seth. Fifth, another rookie / Hayden Hurst. That's where I. And the best thing that can happen is Lamar just distributed, and you don't have a real number one. You just have a bunch of guys like in the 700 yards ish, around there, 800, 900, a couple of them, 5, 4, 6. That area. Ooh, man, because then if you're a defense, who do you game plan? I game plan for this guy kills it. Game plan for the other guy kills it. Yes, so Josh, I do want to see Willis. So, guys, I'm gonna open the phone lines. I would like to hear from you guys. What are you? Who do you want to see in this game? Who do you guys are gonna be watching? What is your expectation for this game against Jacksonville Jaguars? Numbers there on the screen. You can go ahead call. If we have a phone call in, once I pick it up, please mute the stream. Second, if I have somebody online and you call, I can grab it because I only can get one at a time. Okay. By the way, have you guys seen that Hollywood has been taking Lamar's home from practice? I think they're building good chemistry in the coming season. I think they're becoming boys. That's for sure. Andrews need Roberts, Boykins, and Hollywood to come on late in season. Man, my prediction: at least 7 touchdowns from Hollywood this season. I mean, that would be good. I tried to lower my expectations for rookies. I think rookies, there's a learning curve. Sorry. It's very hard for a rookie to contribute. There is a learning curve, and it's important for us to know, to make sure to understand that learning curve is there, and that temper expectations. So if Hollywood, hey, how are you doing, man?
What's going on, Sonny? It's Dimitri.
Hey, Dimitri, give me a quick second so I can finish this thought, okay?
Sure.
And it's important to see these expectations and temper them. If Hollywood has a game that he got 1 catch for 10 yards, yeah, don't expect him to, don't think that he's a bum. Everything is gonna be same thing for Boykins, right? Everything is gonna be powers all your rookies. This is true for all the rookies. That's why usually our guys usually develop better. Now, there are guys that develop them quicker than others. Andrews, mid-year last year, became a great player. So, anyway, so we have Demetrius in the line.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How you been?
Good. Guys, give me a thumbs up if you can hit Dimitri. I just want to make sure, all the sounds are good. You're the one that I went with to the camp, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. You see, I still remember, man. How you doing? How you been?
Good, man. Just working.
It's part of it, man. I hear you. Okay, everybody can hear you great. Okay, so tell me, what are you expectations, or what are you expecting, or what do you want to see from this preseason game against the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Well, one thing I want to see for sure is how Boykin is looking again in a real NFL game, outside of practice, outside all the hype that he's been making in practice. I want to see how he's looking in a real-time game. I also want to see if Lamar gets any snaps, if they get like maybe a drive or something, how he does after the expectations of him getting better with accuracy. I want to see how Ferguson is playing. I pretty much want to see like the rookies. Okay. I'm more excited to see how the rookies are playing. I also am wondering if Hollywood is going to get any snaps, because so far from what I'm seeing and hearing, he's only doing individual drills, so he's not really doing 7-on-7.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not expecting him to actually suit up and play on Thursday.
I agree.
Especially based on the depth chart come out.
Yeah, so my expectation for Hollywood is next step is probably almost like a red shirt. He can play receiver, nobody can tackle him for a couple practices. I will be extremely surprised if he plays on Thursday. I agree with you with Boykins. Like I said, there's people that are really good on practice and they're not good on the game. I'm hoping he's not one of them. Lamar should be there for a series. So, guys, if the series is short, it happens, right? It just happens. So, make sure early. And Ferguson, the other side, Ferguson should see a lot of action. Because at this point, I would say Ferguson is probably your 6th rusher, outside backer. So, he's very low in the depth chart. So, he should be seeing a lot of action.
Because I think Ferguson might surprise, because you know how some people don't do great in camp, but they do better in games?
Yep.
And then there's some people who do great in practices, like, for example, Brashad Perriman. You remember all the hype that we've been hearing about him, how he's great, he's doing great in practices and training camp. Then you go into a game and dude drops he's butter before every game.
Yep.
And drops like most of the catches.
Yep. No, for sure.
So it's on and off.
Yeah, so like somebody said, Javon said hopefully Lamar doesn't run much. I think he may run one here or there, but I'm sure Harbaugh will tell him in the preseason, don't run. So you're not going to see what Lamar will look in the season. This is more...
Right.
Lamar's job is to, man, just take that rust out and let's go healthy to the regular season. Ferguson, yeah, he might be a baller in game. That's why, that's how the Michael Pierce. When Michael Pierce made his name as an undrafted rookie was in the preseason, you kept seeing this guy. I remember week 3 that year, 4 years ago, that he looked really good. You're like, who's this dude? Where did he came from? I never heard from him from the practice side. And then he was balling. And then week 4, he played a lot, right? And then week 4, the preseason, everybody that's playing is just a bubble guy. He played a lot. He was balling, and he made the team. So maybe Ferguson's that kind of guy, And
same thing with Zadarius Smith. Zadarius Smith didn't practice that great at all, and then the first couple of years he was like decent. He was under the radar, and then the last year just came balling out.
Yeah. So also, guys, that 301 number. Like I said, while I have Dimitri here, I can't accept any calls. It's just my limitation. Anyway, anything else, man?
I'm gonna give you some time. Nope. I'm just gonna give other people some time to talk. But I appreciate you, man. It was nice meeting you, and we definitely gotta link up again. Maybe go to a game or something.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for calling. Thank you for joining the live stream. I'll see you later.
All right, man. Later.
Okay, so now if anybody wants to call, the line's open. So let me see here. It says Hollywood will probably play next week. Yeah, I think it's week 2, maybe week 3. Shane Ray, I'm expecting to see a lot. Shane Ray, I'm expecting to see a lot from him. I got a call and then the person hang up.
Your call has been forwarded.
Let me see here. Risk versus reward. And wait. Sorry, I got sidetracked here. Says I think my biggest question is if Lamar will be confident enough to throw the ball down the field. Well, right now, George, and thank you for joining the live stream. That's what the preseason is for. I think in the preseason you're gonna see Lamar throwing a lot down the field, a lot outside the numbers, and see how that works for him. That's what you want Lamar to do in the preseason. So, anyway, who do I have in the line?
Yo, it's your boy Sutton Duff.
Yo, what up, man?
What's going on? I just had a question today.
Go ahead.
I've been thinking about our division lately. The Brownies and the Steelers and the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking, like, with all the media coverage, everyone's kind of doubting us. So, what do you realistically think that our divisional record will be? Are we going to go 6-0? Are we going to go 0-6, or something in between? What are your thoughts?
Ooh. Okay, so to be honest, I think we should be able to beat the Bengals twice this year. If you think about it, the first week, AJ Green's not gonna be there. The O-line, their O-line is already hurting. They lost a guy that I love a lot, Jordan Williams, and then the right tackle, I forgot his name. I think he got hurt. I think he's supposed to miss a couple weeks here. So they're already starting getting decimated. We should take care of that game. And then on the back end, I'm expecting for the second week, the Bengals are probably... I mean, they're proud to play us, obviously, but we should beat those 2 games. Then I think we matched so good to the Browns. I think we could sweep them. Reality is probably you split with them, but I can see a sweep. And then the Steelers, oh my God, the Steelers is a team right now. Although the only reason I think they're gonna be good is because of the veteran presence of Big Ben. But if you think about it, just think of how that team is constructed. That O-line is still super solid. But now you have Juju, right? And after Juju, you have a bunch of question marks. You don't know who that... Then they also lost Jesse James, a guy that was still a decent target for Big Ben. So Juju, a slot guy, a guy that has never had a team in the NFL plan for him, right? A team usually plan for Antonio Brown and then let Juju do his thing. So now they're gonna see how they're gonna plan for Juju. That I feel like Juju's gonna take a step back. Nothing against Juju. I think he's a hell of a receiver. So that saying that, I think our record's probably gonna be 4-2. That's my expectation.
Okay.
4-2. I think we have all the tools to win the division. I think they're sleeping on us because they don't. The reality is, I don't think they. There's two things why the media are, in my opinion, sleeping on us. One, Lamar Jackson. People are not confident on Lamar Jackson, and that's fine. I mean, F it. I mean, that's he will show them. It's up to him to show him that he can play, right? And so he can change that very quickly. Second, people or the media is just, I think in my book, overestimating the losses. I think E.T. for Weddle, although I'm a big Eric Weddle fan, but E.T. it is an upgrade in my book. Sucks leadership wise, it's a hit, but I think he was more part of a core of players, and I think you will see that core again. You have a lot of guys that are essentially similar type of guys from last year, and the middle linebacker position is the ones that you're not sure if they're smaller frame guys, so in theory they're faster, they can cover more. Can they be thumpers on the running game, or would they be getting beat up by the bigger running backs, right? So that for me is a little bit of a question mark. But overall, this defense in my book is a little bit better, or at worst the same as last year. So I don't understand why the media is hating on that side so much. And then again, Lamar's just questions, right? We all have questions on Lamar. What I seen from camp, I'm very encouraged, but I understand the questions. I'm not hating on that. I'm more for the defensive side. I don't quite get it. So what are you hoping to see for this game?
Man, honestly, I'm hoping. I saw somebody in the chat say 4-2. I think that sounds pretty realistic. I think we'll probably end up splitting with the Steelers and splitting with the Browns. I'm perfectly fine with that. Obviously, sweeping the Bengals. And even though AJ Green, he's the Raven killer, but he's going to be out. But I had one more question for you.
Sure.
So the hardest games that we play this season, we've got the Chiefs, one. We've got the Patriots. We've got the Seahawks, and we've also got the Rams. Which of those games do you realistically see us winning?
Okay, let me pull this here.
Yeah, sure.
So I did a video where I went through before preseason all the games, and I had us going 11-5, and I did put us an L against the Chiefs. I think we can beat them. I'm hoping they're ready to get revenge. I thought if Hill, which I'm still surprised that he didn't get suspended, if Hill wouldn't be there, Hill's that different. Hill was essentially the guy that killed us. I went and watched the whole game again the other day, and Hill has so many plays that he bounced out of a guy and made another first down on a third and whatever yardage. So the Chiefs, I think that probably going to be an L. I'm expecting the Seattle Seahawks game to be an L, and the Patriots, I actually expect that one to be a W. And what other one you said?
The Rams.
The Rams, I'm expecting them to be a L. Even though we beat the Chargers last year, it's very hard to go cross country and win. It's just hard. Yeah. So the odds are not in your favor at that point. But the Patriots, we are coming out of a bye. That game sets up well for us to win.
Then another game would be at the Seahawks too.
Yeah, the Seahawks. That's another game, cross country, and Seattle over there is super hard. Like, it's funny, if you go see Seattle's record, they're usually either 8-8 or 9-7. Essentially, they're two different teams. On home, they're excellent. It's very hard for them. They're very hard to beat. But on the road, they're another team. Last year they barely beat the Niners and they barely beat the Cardinals. They were tight games on the road. So, yeah, it's just very hard to beat Seattle. So I'm expecting from those games that you told me 1-3. Now, I did say 11-5. Most of the other games I have them as W's. Okay. I think for our record is going to be between 10 and 12 wins. That's where we should be living, and that should be good enough for a playoff.
Yeah, man, me too. 10-6, 11-5, either of those. But I'm happy you took my call, and I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Yeah, man, no problem. Thank you for calling. Okay, guys. So I saw a bunch of you guys came. Saying Raven, shout out to you. Thank you for joining. Let me see. Luvalu 24 6-0. I think 6-0 realistically is hard. I think we could, but I think it's hard. But anyway, shout out to you, Quantum Agent 811. Shout out to you, man. George, is it also? Wait. Oh yeah, the phone line's open. So Garrett, yeah, you can call, man. You can definitely call. Let me see here. I know when John Harbaugh was asked if Lamar Jackson was gonna run as much or less as last year, he would take the latter. So it seems like they're comfortable. I think they want to make sure teams think that he's gonna keep running, right? I think he's not gonna run as much, but he's still gonna run. That's what I think. But you don't want to tip that, right? You want Lamar basically to run a little bit less than last year. And what you want him is basically not as much design runs, more look at my first, second, third. I don't see anything. There's a big open field. Let me just run. I think that's where he's going to live. So Garnett West, bro, you can call, man. So, yeah, definitely. I can see us beating the Chiefs and the past. Yes, to be honest, there's no team of the 16 games. They're like, that's definitely an L. Now, but going back with Sutton said, they are definitely games that you say, well, we're not going 16. Which ones do you think you're gonna lose? Well, those are the ones that I can see us losing. Colts and Ravens in the FC Championship. I can see that. George, are you a Colts fan by any chance? But yeah, I can see that. The cheating Patriots will not go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, usually they win the Super Bowl, they lose the next year, or they don't win it. So I can see them losing. Okay, who do I have in the line? Hello?
Hey, this is Marty.
Marty?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
Sonny?
man. Yes. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And you?
I'm great. Thanks so much for taking my call. Appreciate it.
So,
how's everything with Ravens Nation?
Oh, man, Ravens Nation is awesome. So let me, while I have you in the line, let me make an announcement. Oh. Like I said earlier, guys, I'm going to be putting a video together of fans. This is not necessarily SCG fans. This is just Ravens fans. I want to do a video just wishing the Ravens team good luck. If you want to be part of that video, just send me a video, 30 seconds to a minute video to my email, scg.sports@gmail.com.
Oh, wow.
Not to mention my name. This is not promo for me. I want to make sure you guys clear. All I want you can say your name and then a quick message to Ravens. Once I have that edited, I will post it on YouTube. Then I'm going to reach out to the Ravens team. And after that, last year when we did that, the Ravens team retweeted the video and some Ravens players acknowledged the video and all that. So if you guys are interested, please hit me out on the email. Anyway, so what is your expectations on the season?
Wow,
not on the season, sorry, on the first preseason game.
Well, not a big fan of Lamar Jackson. I honestly think he's a bust. A lot of people call me a hater, but I think he's a bust. I don't think he was worth the first-round draft pick. He's not a good thrower on the run. He's not a good pocket passer. This is the NFL, baby. You need to be in the pocket. If you're not in the pocket, then what are you doing? You're not going to last. And I just don't see it working out with him. Sorry, call me a hater. Some people call me Hater Marty at my job, but I don't care. So here's what it is.
So Marty, I mean, this is not hating. I can see a lot of flaws on Lamar Jackson's game last year, and I definitely saw what some people were like, oh, well, this dude is just not gonna be able to make it in the NFL. But then I saw a lot of work that he put during the year, stuff that I never saw Flacco doing. Then I went to 2 days of camp.
No, wait a minute. No, now Flacco was doing it, but it just wasn't put on display like that.
No.
Flacco was doing it. He was putting in work. I'm not going to get into this argument with you, son. Well, no. You're going to let me talk. I'm not going to get into this argument with you, Sonny.
Go ahead. I'm letting you talk.
No.
Go ahead.
Flacco put in the work, but people just did not acknowledge or appreciate Joe Flacco.
Oh no, dude! I acknowledge and appreciate Joe Flacco a lot.
I don't think you did. I've been watching your videos for about 3.5 weeks.
Okay.
You don't appreciate Joe Flacco.
So for me, let me start with it. Flacco is the best quarterback the Ravens had in their history. Let me start with that right there. I think Flacco was the reason we have a second ring. I think Flacco was a great quarterback when the team needed it the most. We were in QB purgatory for some time. Now, all that being said, and again, I like Flacco a lot. There was a time that you needed to move from Flacco. Now, you might disagree that Lamar would have been the quarterback. I mean, we can agree to disagree in there. But Flacco's time was coming up in Baltimore. He started.
You just watch. You watch, Sonny. Watch him with the Broncos.
We'll see.
With the Broncos, those guys 12-4 at the worst. 13-3, I think they're going. Like I said, 12-4 at the worst. They've got Flacco. They got some amazing receivers for him. And Ravens were wrong in moving Flacco. I didn't like that move. I didn't like it, and I hated it. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. But dude, look. What I was gonna say from Lamar, so difference from Flacco. Flacco, I feel like in early his years, and Lamar might do the same thing. Early in his career, he was putting, in my opinion, more of the work. He was trying to gather with his receivers. Then, as he got his big contract, I felt like he was more like, okay, when do I need to come? Now, he will come to all OTAs. I got you. He will come to every practice. He didn't miss none of that. But other than that, we didn't see him to perfect. It was almost like Flacco got his money and he wait, hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
I listen to you.
Okay.
So Flacco got his money, and I felt like what Flacco did was more like, okay, so this is my money, which he earned. I disagree with everybody that said he didn't earn his money. He earned his money, and he was like, now I'm good. I made it. I don't need to work anymore on my craftsman more than the practice that the Ravens gave me. Well, this is I can only tell you what I saw. Like he stopped getting together with receivers. I remember John Brown last year. First thing that John Brown did was tweet to Flacco like, "Hey, let me know wherever you are. I'm gonna go get together with you." That was something that I learned from Carson Palmer, right?
Yeah, he put it on Twitter.
He put it on Twitter. I never saw them getting together. Now, they might have. John Brown didn't tweet it about it. I would expect him to tweet it if they got together. Flacco doesn't tweet much. He has somebody running his account.
No.
So,
right.
And the Ravens would have put that together too, because that's obviously a PR for their quarterback, right? So there's no trail of that happening, right? Especially for him to know there's pressure. I would expect him last year to be like, yo, okay, receivers, let's get together, let's work on stuff. I got Crabtree, I got Snead, I got John Brown. Let's not only rely on OTAs, let's start working on other crafts, right? Lamar, for example, something that he needed to do is just work on his mechanics, just pure simple. And he's in Florida, that was all he was doing, right? And there were some receivers that came to him and they were practicing, and that's good. I mean, that's what you want to see. My whole thing is with Lamar, I see the work, and the other thing, because there are a lot of people that put the work and you don't see and translate. In practice, on the practice field, the practice that I went, dude looks good. The ball looks way better. I will say the same thing from Jaleel Scott, right? Jaleel Scott is another
practice, dude.
It is practice. It is.
Everybody's gonna look good in practice. That's not a big deal.
I disagree with that.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Sonny.
Go ahead, man.
Was it Flacco's lack of getting with his receivers that caused the 4th and 12?
No.
Or was it no? Wait a minute. Or was it Flacco's fault that Antonio Brown crossed that goal line on Eric Weddle, Ladarius Webb, and whoever the third guy was? Was that Flacco's fault that he didn't get with his receivers? Because those two plays happened. That's 2 more playoff berths.
I understand.
Flacco.
I understand, but also us the Ravens fans are very quick in killing the defense when the defense sometimes is holding a team throughout the whole game, right? Essentially not getting as much rest. Now, one big thing that Lamar did, and you might like him or hate him, I got you, Marty, and I'm, as you see, I'm letting you talk. One thing that Lamar did was flip that time of possession big time over us, right? That helped the defense a lot. That's why that defense was balling when Lamar was there. It's that time of possession with Flacco sometimes. And this is, look, one big thing also that we as fans need to know is, yes, Flacco for me had a lot of issues, but also OCs were horrible under Flacco. One of the big things that Harbaugh did was fire Marty. The best thing he did, just so Lamar didn't have to deal with that BS. And the Ravens didn't get him as much weapons. Again, my biggest problem with Flacco is he was getting paid as a top quarterback. He wasn't elevated his players as some of the other top quarterbacks were doing. And
if you give the best garbage man in the town a garbage truck that doesn't even work, how do you expect him to work with it?
Well, Marty.
Sorry for the bad analogy.
No, that's fine. I see where you're going. I see where you're going.
They gave Flacco garbage. Who's gonna work? Like who those guys? They're terrible.
Okay.
I can't believe it. You are. You know what? You're a Lamar defender. That's all you are. You're just a Lamar defender. You don't listen to facts or anything.
Well, there was not a lot of facts in here. The only fact that I can give you is both of them play. Well, no, Flacco played 10 games last year and Lamar played 6. Is that a fact?
No.
No? Why not?
Lamar played 8.
8. No, you're right. You're right.
You don't. You're fake Ravens fan. You're a fake. I knew it. I started watching the video 3 weeks ago and I knew it. Fake.
I can tell you. Man. Hold on.
Nah, don't look at the comment section, man. Leave them alone. Don't pay them no mind, man. Leave them alone. Don't pay the comment section no mind. Can you keep it clean?
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
Oh, man. I have fun with you there in Ray. I have fun with you.
I had you in the beginning until you started reading them comments.
You had me in the beginning, and I was like, that voice sounds so familiar. I was like, that voice sounds so familiar. And then I saw the area code. I'm like, oh, wait, I know this number. I wanted to confirm the number because I have your number. I wanted to confirm it. Anyway, man, shout out to you. Thank you for calling.
Ain't nothing, man. Appreciate you taking our calls. Man.
No, man, no problem. Are you ready for this preseason game?
I've been ready for these, man.
Oh, can't wait,
We're
right?
back. That's it.
Can't wait.
No more waiting there, man. 2 days. Well, 2.5 days.
Dude.
2 days and change.
I'm expecting a small video from you. You did it last year, right?
A what?
Remember last year when we did the thank you to the Ravens after they got eliminated?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, and Eric Weddle saw it.
Yes. So I'm gonna do the same as good luck to the Ravens, for the season. So I'm hoping you can send me a 30-second to a minute video, very quick.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay, man. Well, thank you for calling.
Hey, no problem, man. Appreciate y'all in the comment section, even though y'all gave it away. But it's all good, man.
That's why a bunch of people came. Was like, man, this is a lot of people that we have in the Twitter chat. Okay, man. Thank you for calling.
All right, cool. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye. So, Garnett, dude, my man, if you're still there, I know how you have been trying to call for a while. Let me see if I can call you. Let me see. So, guys, I know there's a bunch of comments there, and I can keep up. Hello? 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 No? Yes? No? Hello? Can you hear me?
My bad. Let me turn on the speaker.
Okay, I can kind of hear you.
Hey, man. Thank you for having me on, man.
Who's this?
News fan. This is Garnett. Bro.
Okay, that's what I thought. I saw the number calling. Obviously, you saw the spiel with In Raven there. My boy, shout out to In Raven.
Yeah, man.
I was starting to
man.
sweat.
Let
me tell you guys, for those of you, I love me some good debates, and I he got me there for a minute. But anyway, I know you've been trying to call for a while. Shout out to you.
Yeah, man.
So
I appreciate you, man.
let me know. The floor is yours. What do you want to talk
all
about?
Right, so just from the ground up. So the Lamar factor, the Lamar factor effect. We all know what's gonna happen. I believe so. The whole critics about the whole he can't throw, he can't do this, he can't break down the defense. They just people when they talk like that, they're just showing their lack of intelligence of the game that we love as fans. And that sort of bothers me. But you know what? After a while, you just ignore it. Like, that's all you do. You know how some people just got nothing positive to say, and then, you just got to ignore those things. So the whole, we'll let the Lamar thing work out its own. I think we're actually in the little group chat for the fantasy league, and I said, hey, I believe he could drop 30 touchdowns. And now it's crazy. I said that before the first day. You just can't count on one day. We know that. We just can't say, oh, the one guy caught this one ball, he's going to make the team. That'd be idiotic of us to do that. But if you don't get a weird feeling after watching that one day of practice, and you can have that, well, maybe he might be able to do it. You know what I mean? It's just so many factors. We all know the run game is there.
So you said 30 passing touchdowns, or it was 30 touchdowns total?
30 touchdown passing. I'm not counting the run.
Okay.
Passing. And then if you look at the whole horizon of it, the whole gamut, there's so many options available. And I believe, I'm not going to compare. I'm not type of one. I like to compare people. People are their own people. But if you look at the past, like I do a lot of research, or I'll try to listen to a lot of podcasts. Nubo, Engraven, so on and so forth. Fred and Scott. I love when you guys do the round table. I love it. One thing that I'm trying to get at, awesome, man. The one thing that I always get at is the fact that you guys pick at pieces at certain different players, and I agree with almost everything. Now, when it comes to certain receivers, we finally might break that mold. And the craziest thing is, it might not even be with our first-round draft pick, Hollywood. I believe so much into Miles Boykin. I really call him Torrey Smith 2.0. Now, if you do some research and you look at how many PI calls he gathered his senior or junior year at Notre Dame, he does the same thing what Torrey Smith does, but way more effective. Better catch radius, better catch percentage, and the one thing is crazy, Notre Dame did not use this kid to his full potential at all. Because, the one thing is, the first question was, can he run routes? And what are we saying right now, Sonny?
I agree. So one thing he's doing a lot is working on that route 3. And then there was an interview that was very interesting, maybe with PFF, before the draft, and he said, well, Notre Dame only told me run these 2 routes, which is crazy. Why would you limit him to two routes? I was like, yo.
Exactly.
So he's learning that. He said, I can learn the routes. It's just, I'll get them there. And he looks like the route tree is getting there. He's running better. One of the things, I saw him with the wide receiver coach on the day that I was there. And one of the things he was working is planting that foot, like so he can cut hard. Dude is looking impressive. Now, the comparison for me is more with Q. If you not Q in Baltimore, if you remember Anquan when he was with the Cardinals, because when Q got here to Baltimore, he was a little slower. When he was with the Cardinals, he was the same guy catching wise, but he's so much faster, so much explosive.
Exactly.
That's what Boykins reminds me a lot.
And I agree 100% with you. And the one thing that really just scares me is the fact that we don't know what put it like this. When it comes to linebackers, we're good. Corners, secondary, we're good. Defensive line, heck, anything on defense, we're good at progressing their careers and getting them paid, either with us or with a different team, i.e. Zadarius and so on and so forth. Now, the problem we have is, can we progress with the receivers? That's the main problem we have. And I believe the curse is finally broken. You can mark it down. I'm going to save this podcast on YouTube or whatever. I believe Miles Boykin is finally broke the Malcolm. What was the guy's name? Oh my God, I just had his name. University of Georgia undrafted receiver. He had 8 touchdowns in 1 year. Had a big game coming out game in the snow game against Minnesota. Minnesota. Marlon Brown.
Marlon Brown. Yep.
Yeah, so if you think about him and just put the most athleticism and speed and consistency, I feel like we tried Tommy Streeter. We tried everything you could think of down the. Yeah, you can, dude. Justin Harper back in the day. I don't know how far you've been a Ravens fan, but Justin Harper was a camp god. He did everything right. But when preseason came around, he went from Tarzan to Jane real quick. But that's the best way to put it, man. I just feel that confident into that. And then the defense, man. I heard that it had a shaky day today, but guess what? I'd rather have the offense lighting it up than a defense that I know is going to be good when the lights are on. Because we all know what's going to happen. It's hard. If you want to judge Jimmy Smith guarding a Chris Conley one-on-one with no safety help, no linebackers, no linemen going after the quarterback, okay, be my guest. But you know what I mean, man. I'm not gonna
I got you. No. Dude, I agree with you. One of the things to this offense now, if we're completely honest with each other, we're basing all this on potential, right? So hopefully they can hit that potential. But this offense has a lot of layers, meaning it has a lot of complexity. They have a lot of playmakers, potentially playmakers. If you talk about last year, we had John Brown, Smokey. He had the potential to be a game maker, and he was, right? He balled in the first half of the year. Snead is a shame mover. I don't consider Snead a playmaker. He's more like a shame mover, which you need. It's not like you're gonna have all 6, 7, 10 receivers that you have in the team to be all playmakers. You need your shame movers. But Hollywood Brown can be. If he can be John Brown of last year, that's awesome as a rookie, because then he can progress, right? Yeah, Boykins look like a better version than what Crabtree was trying to do last year, already in year 1. If he's that, dude, that's awesome. And then you have 2 tight ends that are... One was proven last year that he was awesome, right, on Edgeridge. And then you have Hurst that is looking so explosive that he can put that on the field. Both of them, I'm expecting them to be playmakers, right?
Absolutely. Coming off a foot injury, putting muscle on the, on his frame for the heavier load. I'm pretty sure, for blocking, that's why he put on the weight, and also to feel more, to take the impact of the hits. But at the same time, though, Hayden Hurst, I feel like he is one of the biggest X factors on the team, because I don't know I'm pretty sure you're really good at studying people, studying players. But I always stay watching the South Carolina film on them, how they use them multiple ways. Like the University of Georgia game, I just watched it 3 days ago, and I saw how they used them. They used them in motion plays, handoffs, jet sweep. The dude is basically what Max Williams should have been.
Yeah.
Too soon, but
yeah. I love Max Williams coming out of Minnesota, but yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. And the fact that I feel like I think we might drop Patrick Ricard because of the fact that we have 3 multi-talented tight ends, and I'm pretty sure Boyle or Hayden, they can share reps at fullback, man. And I just I don't believe in the whole hype that, think about it. You have the owner beside you saying, hey, Lamar's not running the ball. And then you have Harbaugh saying, oh, absolutely, we're going to go over the Cam Newton carries or whatever, attempts. And then here comes Lamar. What did he just say? Oh, so I think I'm doing pretty good throwing. We're not going to be running the ball that much from what I was told. Yep. So it's one of those things where cut the BS out. We all know what Harbaugh's trying to do. We're trying to rope-a-dope you. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to be a complete, well-balanced team because our guy can throw the ball.
I agree.
That's all I got to say for now.
No. That's awesome, man. One of the other things I was going to say, my dark horse is Seth Roberts. Dude was going today against Jalen Ramsey. He has been going against Marlon Brown. So, I'm sorry, Marlon Humphreys.
Humphrey, yeah.
Yeah, so he's been looks like he wants to challenge himself and go against the number one receiver, which that's just gonna keep his craft growing. Look, just think about our division. Steelers have no secondary. That's the biggest problem with them right there. They have no secondary. Their safeties are pretty garbage. Hayton is okay. He used to be a beast. At this point in his career, he's okay. And then if we go to the clowns, Ward is really, really good. And the rest is just question marks. Greedy could be good, but he can also be Artie Burns from the Steelers. And then if I go now to the Bengals, they have a lot of issues also. Their defense is solid. I'm going to give that to the Bengals. Their defense is solid. But if you talk about Williams the third, he's pretty good. But after that,
you're right. I agree with you when it comes to the Bengals, brother, man. Because the fact that their defense is always put like this. Their defense is good for the first half of a game. Guess what happens? Turnover happens. Andy Dalton is Andy Dalton. He'll come out sometimes, and most of the time he'll just, I don't really want to do this. If I can't find AJ, I'm just gonna throw it up to somebody. That's what, and that's what it is. We all know what the Bengals are gonna be. Browns, the hype is building. The climax is coming. If they don't squeeze out 10 wins, they need to literally. I don't even know what to say after if they can't squeeze out 10 wins with the roster they got. I'm not falling for that. Now the Steelers, you almost had me, man. I almost agree with you with the secondary behalf. I'm feeling it. But here's the thing: you have the replacement of Ryan Shazier. Godspeed, he gets better and recover. But you have the replacement. A lot of people don't really realize. They just see the speed and he's short and he's fast. No, this man can literally foot for foot cover a tight end. I see him do drills that cornerbacks barely can do correctly. He has really, really good feet.
No, I love him coming out of college.
Oh man, seriously. That's why I truly wanted him or White or the other Devin. Yeah, Devin White, but I knew we were going to get him. There's no way we were going to move up like that.
No.
We needed our pick.
So, I have something to say. Do you know who Benny Snell is?
Yes, I do.
From Kentucky?
Yes, I do.
Right? So, do you know Benny Snell was a really good running back on college. A workhorse for Kentucky. And the passing game, he wasn't the best. He was average at best. But he was good between the tackles. He's a tough runner. He reminds me a lot of James Conner, which they drafted him, I think, because James Conner he's not as healthy. But you know who's beating Devin Bush on practice? I mean, it is practice. Snell.
Yeah. Snell?
Snell's getting open with Bush. I'm shocked. I tried to read how other teams in the divisions are doing. Benny Snell is beating Bush. That is surprising for me. I would not expect that. So Snell's not the fastest guy either. So it's not because Snell is just a blazing. I think Devin Bush ran faster 40 than Snell. So, we'll see. We'll see with Devin Bush. We'll see what he gets there.
I'm gonna say it's a rookie curve. Some people they're faster than others, but it's just we will be idiotic. We will be straight idiots if we just like you said, man. We just can't go off of one pass, one day or a week. It's crazy, but I feel you, man. I think we're gonna go 9-6 or 10-6, dude. We literally have the strongest division other than the Bengals. But we have the strongest division in the league, man. There's no way. Only person that can probably compete with us right now, I'll probably say the NFC East. To be straight up, talent wise, they're all over the place in the NFC East, except for the Giants and the other team. But Washington, whatever, the other Beltway team. But other than that, man, I feel like we're 9-7 or 10-6 team. If Lamar does what I think he can, man, I might squeeze out one more win. I'll go from there, dog.
Okay. No, that's fine. Well, bro, thank you for calling. I appreciate it. I try, It's not that I have the best equipment, guys. I make sure I started doing the whole phone call, so you guys can let yourself be heard. My hope is basically once the season starts, we gotta do streamings at nighttime, so everybody's fumes go down a little bit, or the excitement. Because sometimes when we're overly excited or overly mad, we're not thinking straight. I like to give myself a buffer, so I'm gonna do streams at nighttime whenever the Ravens play. During the preseason, my expectation is the next day after the preseason, I'm gonna put not a live video, but just a video of all my thoughts of that game. So
I'm gonna be there watching, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
and I appreciate the call.
I'm 13. I'm 13 anytime, bro. I'm 13 hours ahead, so I'm always gonna be up before y'all.
That's true, man. That's true. Stay safe, bro. Take care.
All right, you too, man. You too.
Okay, guys. I might be able to take one more call before we call the stream and quit. But let me see here. I know. Haven't been keeping up with the chat. The chat is coming fast, which is awesome. Also, let me see here. Okay. Oh, what else? I was gonna say something else. Damn. I lost my train of thought. But yes, Sean, AFC West is definitely very legit with KC and the Chargers and potentially the Broncos. Donovan, Justice Hill be used at the second and long third. I don't know, man. That's the guy that I want to see tomorrow because I wasn't impressed with what I saw from Justice Hill. Somebody said, Sutton. So who would you have, Baker or Lamar? So like if we just go purely of last year, Baker obviously has currently passing wise the longer term career and the better ball. Now, as I've seen this year, if Lamar really keeps throwing how he's throwing, I'd rather have Lamar because Lamar has the element of the running. But the balls he was throwing, guys, I'm not joking when I'm saying the balls were looking great. The balls were looking essentially how Baker would throw the ball. So, if you would have told me at the end of last year, I would say Baker. For what I saw, and we'll see. Obviously, he needs to prove it on the field, but what I saw, yeah, man, Lamar. That was from Sutton's last question. So, let me see here. AJ Creedon says, and shout out to you. Thank you for contacting me, and I'll let you know as soon as I can, okay? So, Bucky Brooks talking to Jonah Knox on Fox Sports seems to think our triple option system offense could be a very explosive. Yeah, because it's not. The other thing is, we're trying to throw something there that not many teams have seen, right? So, I'm excited, dude. I'm very excited. Ravens have nothing to be scared of. Scared of in their division in regards to the opposite defense. Yes, we had the best defense in the division, no question. Lamar all day long over Baker. Baker will be a problem for his personality too. Yeah, makes him feel more sharp. Like I said, if you would have told me last year at the end of the year, just purely what I saw from last year, Baker was a better quarterback than Lamar last year. What I seen in practice, because what Baker did last year, can he get better? Sure, he can clean a couple things up. Lamar has so much room to grow, and he looked great. What I seen, like, dude is. I'm expecting big things. That's why when I say 11-5, people are like, "Oh, you're being too optimistic." I'm going for what I'm seeing. I'm going from how the defense look, how the weapons we have, and how he's looking. So, yeah, Lamar's a very high character guy, which I love. I think Baker attitude might be a problem too. Yeah, the attitude doesn't. So we'll see now with all this personalities. And guys, like 5 more minutes. So if anybody wants to call in now. If not, like in 5 minutes, I'm gonna shut down the stream. But again, please, I'm gonna put here scg.sports@gmail.com. So that's my email. If you want to send that email, like I said, my hope is if you want to be in the live, if you want to be in the YouTube video, just saying good luck to the Ravens, wishing them a great season. Just send me an email with a short video, nothing fancy. You can just turn your cell phone, 30 seconds to a minute video, wishing them good luck. I'm gonna put a compilation of all these videos, and hopefully have it by week 3 or week 4 of the preseason. It takes a while because there's a lot of videos. Last year took a while. So if you're interested, please hit me up, send me the email, and I'll get back to you saying that I received it and all that. Let me see what else. No, it's very important for me in that video not to mention SCG Sports. This is not a marketing video for me. This is more for you guys just to show the appreciation for the Ravens. So let me see here. Believe me, Sonny, I try to be a tough grader. Yes, Lamar has more potential. For sure, Lamar has more potential. So do you guys remember after the Week 17 win over the Browns, when Lamar slapped Baker on the back of the helmet after the game? Ravens versus Brian rivalry will be intense. Oh yeah, man, I remember that. And Baker didn't even acknowledge it, which pissed me off. So I know they're rookies, but it seems like our wide receiving core is better than this year, but time will tell. And it seems as if our running backs are better. So for the wide receiver and the Movin, shout out to you. Thank you for joining the live stream. And guys, if you don't mind, hit that like. Take a couple seconds, hit that like. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And please share the channel. Okay, so question was the wide receivers. They look better. If we're fair, Boykins is the only one from last year that's looking better on the rookie side. Hollywood hasn't done anything. I mean, Hollywood's been there in individual drills. We were hyped because of his speed, but he hasn't done anything. On the other side, the veteran-wise Seth Roberts is looking awesome. So that's potentially you can have a better receiving core. On the running back side, you have a veteran, right? So you had Gus Edwards from last year. You wasn't known. So this year, you have Ingram, solid back throughout. You had Dixon, which always seems to make plays here or there. He does fumble. I know the fumbleitis will come in the chat. And then you have Justice Hill, which is a change pace, very fast guy. So potentially you do have. Last year we have a lot of similar running backs. This year you do have some different different type of running backs. Too many alpha males on the Browns? Yes, man, and we'll see how they contain that. It's hard to compare Baker to Lamar last season, but Ravens made the playoffs and that Browns didn't, and that's all that matters. At the end of the day, that is all that matters. If the Browns go off the rails early, Steve Wilkins might be their coach by week 9. Yeah, so that was the other thing. I would have thought they wanted a more tougher coach than Freddie Kitchen. Freddie Kitchen I haven't been impressed with him at the beginning, so far, because even when Baker wasn't there, he was like, oh, I wish he was here, and then he really quickly backtracked that because he didn't want to promise to the D receiver. I like my coach to have characters and, be hard with their play. I had no problem, and we didn't talk about this, but I had no problem with what Harbaugh did. Calling out the players, Cyrus Jones, and kicking him out. I had no problem with that. You need to do that. I wish we could have Snell. Snell was a good player, but Snell was basically Gus Edwards. He looked better from what he did in college, but we'll see if he translates to the NFL. I think we upgraded both positions. We gotta see though. If Lamar was playing like Baker last year and losing, nobody will acknowledge it. Yeah, you might be right. Anyway, guys, this is gonna be at the end of the stream. So, like I said about the video, please reach out to me. If you have any questions, a lot of you, like I said, has reached to me on Facebook, so you can reach to me through Facebook at SCG Sports, on Twitter, and on IG. You can reach out to me. My email, scg.sports@gmail.com. Also, this week, we're going to do a pre-game video, maybe, with Nuvo. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on his new website. I'm gonna be in the game. If I'm in the game, I'm just gonna hit New up from the game. Me and him had this whole thing planned out, so expect a lot of the NF podcast to be more in that sports track website. Last thing, in the description below, there's a petition for Ed Reed to get his own statue. So if you want to be part of that, just sign it. I did that, so if you can just do that very quickly. And guys, thank you for joining the live stream. Thank you for being part of the channel. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. Once we hit 500 subscribers, there will be a giveaway. So please share the video. That's a lot of you have asked me, like, why do you not have what's it called, super chat or whatever it is. YouTube doesn't allow me to have super chats, so you cannot donate to me like that. I do have a Streamlabs donation link there if you want to, but more important than that is share my channel. That if you want to really help me, just share my channel. You guys know, more Ravens fan subscription for me will be just great. I have a goal to the end of the year, have 1,000 subscribers. So anyway, every Monday at 9, we're gonna do streams here. So thank you again. You guys have a great night, and you know how it is. I will see you next time. Peace out. Take care, guys.